When I was 50, turning 51, 1 month before the Ides of March 2005, that was 3 days after, I offered to buy the state of California on March 11th. 2005, I sent it all the plan after I offered it by every company on earth and they didn't get back to me. And I said, what's the most unappreciated asset? It's California. And so I went to the heart of the problem. My dad was saying, hey, fucking George Bush, you don't come along, we're going direct to China merge and you're gone. We'll roll you up and take your business. What do you want to do? It was going to be a fun movie, but see, I played it different ways. But anyway, so 2008, I'm on this trip, and literally, I haven't dated or anything.
Can I write down something for you?
Yeah, please.
I just want to tell you what the title of my book is, because you're going to see it.
Okay, so here's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm publishing an open book, all trademarked by We the People of Earth.biz. So I'm not taking the money from this thing, although actually that gets to a longer thing. But that's part of the story. Okay, so in 2008, I met this girl, Roxanne. And quite literally, we had like a couple of 3-hour conversation, and she touched me on the shoulder. And we were smoking pot and maybe cigarettes and having a great old conversation. And then like brother was in the middle of the street there, and we were connecting, and she was just like a beautiful, she was probably 23. Okay, but she touched me, right? Now, see, the thing is, in 2005, when I figured out how to buy the book, I couldn't ask a girl on a date without committing what? No, not adultery, because I was, well, once I got unmarried, it wasn't a problem. No, without committing sexual harassment. I'm the freaking owner of the world. Anybody asks out, it's automatically undue pressure. So, anyway, so in 2008, so when this girl, Roxanne, touched me, okay, we just had a good time, and the next day we were supposed to see each other across the Hotel California in Santa Monica, where I used to live. And it was at the Oceano. Anyway, I got kicked out of the hotel before I saw her again. I have no idea who she is, where she is, but I know her name is Roxanne, and that was the perfect thing. That was the perfect one for Spielberg to put in there, because the Roxanne does all the multiple entendres. You see, I want entendre. Every entendre there is another reality we can blow you out to, and every one of those is 999 degrees of separation in your mind. And so you got. Okay, so then I sort of like was writing and my trip and went to New Zealand and got stuck in New Zealand and couldn't get to Australia because I was looking for my queen. I was looking for her. I was like, and then I went up to Alaska. I was like writing like crazy. It was like dedicated to Roxanne. But what Roxanne was my Don Star. But only this, okay? Because my objective has always been to marry. Actually, I've already divorced the entire world, okay, and it's recorded by my lawyer, and offered to marry the whole fucking thing, one fucking person at a time. Man, woman, child. And I want to marry you this way. I want to marry your minds and I marry your souls. Okay? So in the way I want to fucking mind fuck and soul fuck all of you. Right? Now, in terms of the body fuck, I don't know. That's a whole different thing, right? Okay, but so, how many wives should a queen of earth have or king of earth have? And you get on to questions. But see, the big thing now is this. Here's the gates, okay? It doesn't take me long for a spark to hit on the kind of mind a person has. And sort of the operation of the soul, right? And when those click off, and you have a very great beauty, then she should be at the top of your freaking list, right? Okay, and if I have a list, but I don't even want a big list, because I gotta still accept that my reality, this freaking bitch, is queen of the earth. I can't get a really bad bitch, right? But see, I had a contest all along, and so along, Roxanne probably was in the contest, like a runner-up, and I don't know which. Okay, get yourself a beer. Okay, so, and then,
what's the name of my book?
And then in Vegas, I met this, I was trying to play Pretty Woman. I was figuring out how to play that story. So, but anyway, I had this beautiful woman, but anyway, I sort of got taken, but it was okay. I got screwed in your reality in the escort world of Las Vegas. I have it documented in the crime reports there. But anyway, but this beautiful woman inspired me too. She was a muse for me. Actually, I was already in a manic state, and so she was actually part of the manic, because she shows up with the day after I go to Bon Jovi, she shows up with a Bon Jovi shirt in the jewelry store I was spending massive amounts of stupid money in. Okay, and so, let me do this. See, so this is, the idea is, I got the text, you can edit it to meet my intention or some other idea. I got the soundtrack, you can put music to it, you can take clips out of it.
This is all GarageBand.
Yes, I'm just taking one website and putting it in GarageBand. Now I'm going to take another website and put it in GarageBand. I'm just changing my medium from written text that you think is spam to fucking reading, and you'll be counting dots on the fucking page. That's why I like this space, because it's the whole thing. The whole game is we don't get off the Earth to 1-1. We don't get there. We have doomsday clocks to blow ourselves up this century, or by 2012. And we were given a plan to figure it out. I figured it out. I gave it to freaking leaders of Earth. And if they didn't figure it out, we've got a real revolution going on. But with the Revelations revolution, they were on the other side with me. And so I was learning this all along. But in my eye, there was this Roxanne. And then this Rebecca, who turned out to be Stacy, became the Roxanne in my eye. And so in that case, I had a few-day relationship, and I said, hey, you're CEO of my business, my personal life. I paid her a bunch of money, actually. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And she was nice, nothing sexual at all. In fact, I was never. She was a gorgeous woman. But I never even got sexually turned on by her. You know what I'm saying? Even though we were very close. Actually, maybe when she brought me in her strip club, which I'd never been, and took me to the table dance, which I'd never been to, then I was a little turned on. But that was like their first date. Anyway, so she gave me, anyway, the bottom line is, so here's my scenario. Moon Star, okay? Well, I didn't know she was Moon Star, but see, I know you probably are part of the scheme to bring her all into the show, okay? And I'm going to be the last to know until I figure it out, or you do, or it's like a, okay, so anyway.
I still have some important, keys to the puzzle. But I'm going to wait till you're done before I tell them.
Well, okay, so.
Because I've done the opposite thing this year. I've tuned every single thing out to the extent that the silence, I'm talking about sheer silence, which started out as a single ringing of sound, has differentiated into a number of sounds.
Okay.
That is changing things.
Let me ask you this. Think about your book. And I'll show you how on the Mac very easily to do what I'm doing. Read the book into the sound, you create a fucking song. See, I've reinvented all your practices. See, GarageBand music, GarageBand movies, GarageBand everything. And so, see, my band, in fact, it's going to be called, see, my enterprise is going to be called, well, for this, the band, part of the top band of the angels. It's going to be called Moon Star. Because see, I've been looking for Dawn Star. I rode her into leaving in my spaceship with Dawn Star. But it turns out Dawn Star, I've been waiting for a Dawn Star, and it was really a Moon Star all along.
Question.
Stream on YouTube? Reality. So last night, okay, up until 12:30, I wrote this text, okay? And then after that, I started doing it on YouTube and then playing GarageBand to do this stuff. And then playing movies with it, okay? But now I'm going to do an audio track. And so, it's Moon Star Mojo. That's the name of our band. And the thing is, well, she's the queen of it, okay? She's in charge of the whole transaction. See, okay, so let's talk about her, just so that you know how I'm playing. Okay, so here's a beautiful woman. In your reality, I've gotten myself to be a much poorer guy, and I can't even afford a beautiful woman like that. I could have afforded her when I came into here. I could have afforded to keep her for life. But I wiped out my assets just to prove a point. And so I no longer can afford really a beautiful woman like that in your reality. Now, maybe I could get lucky, but forget that. So in your reality, I know that there's really no chances of us getting together, and there's never been a discussion of that. Well, actually, discussion that I'm trying to be honest, okay? But here, when I met her the first time, it was like, this is a beautiful woman. You know, like, how could she be here and me not even notice? Because even though I really wasn't engaged with a woman, my eye wander and look around and try to say, oh, that's a beautiful woman. Okay, but anyway, so but there was nothing. But then the second time, the mind thing started clicking. I felt like we clicked there, and then it actually got weird because it was like she was reading my thoughts. Now, see, in the fantasy scenario, she would have been the best trained bitch to take care of my needs, but sort of, do it like in a reality way in our reality, not get too weird about it, okay? But see, and so in my movie, it's like this. So as far as I'm concerned, she's like, okay, let's talk reality. Okay, in reality, there's no other woman in my mind, but I'm not interested. Okay. But it's like, okay, she clicks on the mind and soul. She knows about the body. She's hot to me. I'm probably ugly to her. So we got a problem, and that's fine. Okay, and because that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a character. So, but I still, in my movie, would want to take it to the next level if, like if she was a free agent. Okay, but see, as the king of Earth or the queen, I can't be running around. Well, it's a question. What should I be doing? Should I be running around? Right. Well, what I really need to do is have a harem, and she knows how to do the right harem, but that's another story. But anyway, she knows how to play the fantasy that she did marry me. But so it doesn't matter. So in the fantasy, she did. In the reality, she might tag to somebody else. If I frickin' figure out how to buy the world and it's public, I can get any date on the earth. That's why I didn't want one. See, because then, like, who are you going to find that is just? So now this is the secret part. So in my reality, it's sort of like, well, God, if I ever convinced a woman like that to engage to marry me, then you guys are all over. Because I'll have the support that you get to take you down. Because, see, this is the thing. My character, billatR19, is not just a man. He's a lesbian. And guess what? He represents Moonstar. He's now telling you he works for freaking Moonstar. So, well, in my business transaction, I've told Kristen that you can have half of all this enterprise. Okay, and she's agreed to stop at $1 billion. You'll get covered yet. We don't have to go into numbers. Okay, so now and I've agreed to stop at $1 billion, but I've been told them I really don't want the billion. Okay, but so that's a pretty good deal for her, going from unemployed and looking for work to $1 billion in equity and enterprise to do the kind of stuff she likes to do. Okay, that's a fantasy movie reality, right? Okay, so but anyway, in my thing, in a way, if I ever found a maid that was a just maid that married me for my ideas, fuck my money, right? What, and that's why in the last giving away the $1 million, I've been like, hey, I'm willing to give all my freaking money to the community plot, which I wasn't before because I was playing the game the old way. But anyway, so okay, it's trying to do the right thing. If you're representing Christ and God and the Hindus and other peoples, okay, what kind of example do you set? It's sort of an interactive thing. So that's the thing. So just so you know, I mean, so in reality, yeah, I'd love to, but she's made it clear she's in a relationship, whatever, and that's fine. We are doing fun things with the boats, and because I'm gonna go to another boat, and now I've got this like news that's created this. Like I figured out how to tell you. The fact is, you've been like secretly. See, Steve Jobs is my main fucking guy. Who took a bite out of Steve Jobs' apple? Because when I own the ass of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, I own the Gates guild that jobbed you down. Here.
Can I have a fresca?
Okay, you can. What time is it?
I think it's like 1:30.
So clearly now I'm in a manic state, but I've learned to control it. See, and that's why. Okay, so here's the thing: I'm paying her $10 an hour for stuff she does for me, which is great for her because that's what seems to be her going rate. In cash, and then free. I'm giving her an opportunity to own the enterprise. Doesn't matter. She doesn't have to do anything. She's the main character right now. Okay? If I go on to some other girl, that's fine. I get another $1 billion for her. But actually, really, today I figured out, my queen, Moonstar, I was going to say everybody on Earth is only worth $1 billion. But I want to make it, whoever my Moonstar queen is going to own $19 billion. They'll be the richest person on the planet.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, Bennett? Are you in Marina 1? Right on. Give me a call when you get done. When you get done.